Let's see here. And we're live. Greetings, gentle ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Master Jamel with the AI Global Legends, and I hope you guys are making it a great day. Today is Motivation Monday. We are excited to be here. We got Mr. Ron Spence, Master Distributor of Limbic Arc International. We got everyone joining us from all over the world. We're streaming live on YouTube as well. So thank you guys for tuning in on YouTube as well. And let's see here. We got some of the legends showing up. I see Malik Amir. Hey, Malik, I'm going to go ahead and add you to the presentation so you can join us. I see Karen. Hey, Karen, how are you? I'm going to go ahead and add you to the presentation so you can join us, all right? So why don't you guys go ahead and take a couple moments and refer out the link to some of your team members and your prospects. And we're going to get this show on the road here in a couple more minutes. Let's let some more people load up. And if you're watching this for the first time, please in the chat, go ahead and put a 111. And so we know who we have here. How's your day going today, Ron?
It's going great. We have a beautiful day today, and we sent back all your California smoke.
Okay.
Because you guys didn't pay the postage, so we sent it back to you.
Right. You know, they don't like paying postage out here, man, you know. Well, the thing is that, you know, now the skies are clearing up here in California. So whatever you guys did, the boomerang effect worked, you know. Maybe you guys sent the info boost over to us.
Yep.
We can get some clear blue skies.
Well, we got low 80s, beautiful blue skies. I can see the mountains. A great day today.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome, Karen. Welcome. Welcome.
Hi. Nice to be here.
Absolutely. I'm testing out a new camera right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to see how clear is it. Do I look clear?
Yeah, but I look like the Jolly Green Giant, and you look like shrimps.
I know, right?
I think I better go on another diet.
Well,
I know. Let's get closer to the camera. How's this? Get real close. How's there? There we go.
That's better. Yeah.
My camera is all the way up here.
Wow.
Why they can't see me? I'm like sitting down on the floor. Look like.
So when Mansa turned it on, it was his son sitting in a chair, and I thought, oh my gosh, that anti-aging formula is working phenomenal.
All right, there we go. There we go. Now I look like I'm a giant with Karen.
I'll shrink.
All right, there we go. So we're good to go. I can pull up this chair a little bit now. Bam. There we go. All right, guys. So, you know, we're gonna give it a couple more moments here. Let's see who else is joining us. And I appreciate. How was your weekend, Karen?
Oh, just great. Thank you. How about you?
Great, great. We were trying to set up these cameras, and we did some footage. So we're putting together some good footage here for the team here. Okay.
How's the smoke up there?
It's I'd say about 80% right now. No, about 75%. I would say 75.
So it's better.
Yeah, it's going good. It's going better. You know, this is the clearest I've seen it. You know, in the last 2-3 weeks. You know, it's been crazy. But
I think what's happening there, man. So you guys had a big cannabis sale down there.
yeah, it was a warehouse cannabis sale, and they just, you know, instead of just rolling it up, they just lit the whole place on fire.
So everybody could enjoy it all at once.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's hilarious. Let's see here. Let's get this show on the road. All right, we got Malik joining us here. Come on down, Malik Amir. All right. He's getting in position, guys. You know, this business is all about being in position, you know. So having the right info boost turned on, the focus boost, and then I tell you, you know, everything tends to flow. So we're right here at 10 after the hour, guys, and I really appreciate you guys showing up to grow up. We got the AI Global Legends here, the Quantum Division. We have a nice little presentation lined up for you guys. This is being recorded. So for those of you that couldn't make it to the live event, it's okay. We're going to be putting this in the group so you guys can share it with your team and share it with your prospects. And again, my name is Master Jamel here in the Silicon Valley, California. I got involved with this product in December 2019, and I never went one day without having this info boost turned on. Every day since December 5th, I've always had a boost running. So I'm proud to say that I feel magnificent with this technology running, and I have a burst of energy. I'm getting a lot more done than I normally would do. And I see a lot of people having success with this technology. And so we're going to hop right into what benefits are of the technology right quick, just so you guys can see. And me and Malik is going to go over this really quick here, okay? All right. So can you guys see my screen pretty good?
Yes.
Yep. All right. So the first thing is, let's see here. What happened? Did you move it?
Yeah, I did that.
Come on, man. What are you doing over here? All right. What is quantum energy? What is quantum energy healing, Malik?
So quantum energy healing is a natural healing method that utilizes your body's own methods of healing, right? And the cool thing about this technology is we really don't like to use the word healing, but your body has a natural mechanism that can heal itself, and it actually gets activated through this custom spark scan to help you to put your body back into balance. That's what we mean when we say healing.
Absolutely. So the quantum energy is harnessed with a simple yet powerful app. Now, this is not an app that you guys download on your phone from the Apple Store, the Android store. This is a web-based app, guys. So you guys could literally log in from your cell phone, your tablet, or your computer. Okay, so we're using the world's first quantum energy wellness technology in the form of an app that can be accessed from most of your online devices. The structures in our brain control things like behavior, motivation, long-term memory. It's designed to spark the connection between the old brain and the new brain, okay? Helping information that's available on a subconscious level be more accessible on a conscious level. With our web app, it's designed to target your energy fields with the info boosts that are customized based off of your selections. It is a one-of-a-kind technology that can lead to life-changing effects for many of our subscribers. We have a collection of wellness products accessible with a click of a button, guys. So, this is the latest and greatest technology out there, and I'm happy to present this to you. So, Karen, what does this app consist of?
Well, the app consists of an entire library of quantum energy wellness. There are boost ingredients, and they're stored in the cloud, and then they're selected and managed with any online device, including computer, tablet, or your phone. Info boosts contain information we have linked with specific products like vitamins, herbs, essential oils, minerals, amino acids, and more.
Absolutely. I mean, we got a plethora of different nutraceuticals and botanicals here to help put your bodies back into balance, guys. So that's very powerful right there. Thanks for that, Karen. All right. So, Malik, how does this app actually work?
The information is stored in the cloud, and then from the cloud, this information is actually sent and delivered to your energy field. We have something which is called the custom spark scan, and once you do that spark, then your body is basically going to select every single thing that is lacking, and when you activate that, it actually comes from the cloud and it goes directly to your energy field, and your body knows exactly what to do with this. And the reason why we call this limbic arc is because it actually works with the limbic system of your brain, and it's something that works on a cellular level. So it comes to you without any type of blockages, without any type of low absorption rates or anything like that. So it's something that's absolutely cutting edge. It's something that's never been done before, and it's something that's actually revolutionary in this industry.
Right. And we got a lot of people coming to us right now trying to, white label this product. And I'm a fan of Dr. Cook for this, and no way, Jose. So what is an info boost? An info boost is an output of quantum energy that is set up within the web app. Each info boost is based on a specific boost ingredient and can be selected manually or be using our proprietary Spark Scan technology that uses your body's feedback to provide a desired result. So you can actually, speak into our Spark Scan, and it actually will read your body's feedback and select all these different nutraceuticals from our library. And our library is stored in the cloud, and it is just amazing on how this works. Sometimes it's hard to get your head wrapped around it, but it's some powerful technology. If you believe in the unseen, like all these different radiation and all these different, 5G, all these things that happen right now around us, then you can definitely believe in something that can combat that, right?
And may the spark be with you.
Right. So Karen, tell us, what will you get when you get this subscription?
Okay, well, our unique quantum energy technology is managed through a very simple online interface. You're never going to have to carry a product inventory since all the boost ingredients are in the cloud, and they are accessible on most online devices. When using the web app, you have access to more than 300, actually it's about 600, isn't it?
Yeah, about 600.
Close to it. Unique quantum energy wellness products that you do not have to store anywhere in your home or garage. We're constantly adding new products, so you have millions of options.
Right. So they always are adding products, and the best thing about this part, guys, is that there's no additional charge, which is powerful, because if you look around, there's a lot of companies out there, when they add different products, they charge you a different price. So I commend the whole team on this. We have a product that, as they add new ingredients, that we won't get charged anymore on our credit card. So that's awesome. So some of our products, guys, these are some of the categories that it help with, like energy. A lot of people are lacking energy, and so they can actually press a button and get some of these benefits, get some of these nutraceuticals that's historically known to help with energy, focus, vision, even weight loss, right? I've lost a lot of weight using this technology already at a click of a button. So even the allergy, they have allergy as well. I was just telling the story to one of my guys today. Was like, I had an allergy attack one time, and I had tissue all over the place. And, some said, you know what, try the allergy app. So I clicked on the button, and it felt like someone just turned the water hose off of my nostrils, and nothing started coming down anymore. I literally felt it. So it's some powerful information here. And as you are in tune with your body, and if you're energy, sensitive, you'll feel like myself and a lot of the guys here on the panel. We also have calm. It helps people calm down. Detox. That's huge right now. I'm actually going through a detox right now with myself and my family. We're actually doing a detox. Digestion, gut health, male and female sexuality, immune system. This immune system is huge for me because I've been suffering from asthma my whole entire life. And just to have an application that can send me the nutraceuticals that I need to help build up my immune system is so powerful and grand for me, myself. Just recently, when the flu season hit, everyone in my household got sick except me, right? And they wasn't on this immunity boost that I was using. But as soon as I put them on this immunity boost, boom, everybody got well, like almost in 24 hours, guys. So that was amazing to me. I mean, at that point, from there on, I never turned off this application. I just kept it running every single day, nonstop. Inflammation. A lot of people suffer from inflammation. Pain relief. I witnessed, a lot of pain relief for myself. I had some knee pain and some joint pain from doing martial arts. And I was able to click this pain relief button, and voila, it's so magical the way this thing happens. Sleep. This is one of the boosts that you don't want to, you want to go to sleep with it if you have problems sleeping. But when you wake up during the day, make sure you turn this boost off, because you will be sleepy throughout the day. And we don't need that, right? We need you performing at your peak, right? So make sure, if you guys are using sleep, make sure you are to select turn off. Turn it off. It's really simple to turn off. I had a lady that was on sleep for 14 days, and everything I did with her, she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I was feeling sleepy and grouchy and all these different things. So she was so excited when I told her, just use it as you need it. Okay. So strength is huge right now. I have a gentleman on our team. He's a professional coach, a fitness coach, and he's been able to create some boosts wrapped around this strength. He call it the Hawk Boost. And he has a bunch of strength ingredients and amino acids, and he was able to increase his strength for 10% in 1 week, guys. So, and then my son, he was able to, do one hand push-ups and claps and all kind of stuff just on the strength alone. And these are young guys out here in the industry testing these products. So this is for everyone, stress relief. A lot of people deal with all type of stuff, especially in this pandemic. It's so much stress going on. People don't know where they're going to make their next dollar from. They don't know if they're going to have a house over their head or whatever. It's a lot of stressful things going on. And it's easy to have an application at your fingertips that can help relieve your body, put your body back into balance, and reduce the stress, guys. So this is these are just a glimpse of what we have right now with the application, how powerful it is. These are some key factors that is actually needed in the world right now from all types of people from all over the world. And this app can be summons across the world, guys. Malik, who can use this application?
There's no known limitations for who can use this app. It's safe for adults of all ages, even pregnant women, people with orthopedic replacements, and even prosthetics. So even infants and children can use this info boost. So it's pretty much safe for everyone to use.
Right. I know you just recently had a newborn baby, and your wife was on the info boost, right?
Absolutely.
I know that was amazing.
I got to test it out for myself.
Right.
So I put Kareem on the info boost, and he's not even 2 years old. He had a severe cold, and when you're below 2, you can only take Tylenol, which does nothing for you if you have a severe cold. So I actually had him tap into the power of quantum energy, and he was able to get better within 3 days, and that was miraculous for me.
Right. That's powerful right there. So you have a person here who has an infant, who had a wife that was pregnant, and they was using this technology, and they're still, cooking with grease, right? So that's awesome right there. All right, guys. So you guys are able to hear a few different testimonials. How about we bring Karen? Karen, I know you have a quick little testimonial you can share with us.
Oh boy, I have lots of them, but I did want to add one thing. You said don't keep the sleep on for 14 days.
Right.
4 times I kept the energy and focus on 24 hours. And I kept tossing and turning and getting all these fantastic ideas that would be amazing to implement. And I couldn't sleep, and I put on the light and checked my phone, and there you go. So I'm going to start setting a timer before bedtime to check my phone, because I've done this 4 times, and you'd think I'd know better since January, but it didn't happen. My biggest success has been with digestion, because, and I had it on for months, simply because I had years of trouble with bloating, stomach pain, nausea, diarrhea, 18 inches removed from my colon, and I was always miserable. And I started in January, and in December, I was hardly leaving the home because, I was just not functioning. And when I put that boost on, the same day, I started feeling relief, and I kept it on. because my stomach was shrinking, the bloating was disappearing, the nausea disappeared, the pain got so much better, and I began functioning like a human being. And after years, I'm 73 now, and after years of having that my whole life, I get an occasional bad day once in a while, and that's it. And it's amazing. It really works.
Wow. So have you noticed any energy boost as well?
Yes.
After you, okay.
Yes, and sometimes I've experienced with energy and focus, like we live in a tiny handicapped apartment. And so I have a desk with a workstation. I have an extra table. I have the dining room table. And you think I'm living in a factory or something. And sometimes that gets on my nerves so much because there's papers and projects and clutter. And when I put the focus on, I can sit in the middle of all of that. Doesn't bother me. I can tackle whatever in front of me, get it done, and put it away. And I love that because that's never happened before.
Awesome. Well, appreciate that. You know, I mean, it's good to hear, you know, different testimonials and stuff, because it's very powerful to hear from a live person that's actually been using this technology for many months. So that's awesome. And for our guests here who's like, wait a minute, what are these guys actually talking about? You know, we hear the, you know, the testimonials and all, we see the slides, and we, you know, we kind of get a little bit of the understanding, but let's put a quick little visual on this here for you guys, so you guys can have a visual on how this works. So I'm gonna play a short, quick little video for you guys, okay?
If you're like most people who are new to limbic arc, you've probably wondered things like, how does limbic arc work? And how can it improve my life? This short video should help answer these questions and more. Let's get started. It's common knowledge that everything is made up of energy. It's also known that our bodies physically respond to energy. Limbic arc is designed to help facilitate that energetic response. Imagine you're having trouble sleeping at night. There are elements that many people find help them sleep better, such as lavender. We've assigned an energetic signature to lavender and added it to our vast virtual library. Limbic arc allows you to access this and any other item in the library. When you select lavender in the web app, it runs its signature and directs it to you. Limbic arc has collections of ingredients called info boosts for more than just sleep. You can run info boosts designed to address inflammation, help boost your immune system, help you focus, increase energy, and much more. Thousands of people have already felt the life-changing effects of using limbic arc every day. Learn more about this revolutionary technology on limbicarc.com.
Okay, guys, thank you for that. I hope you guys got a great little visual on how this technology works, how they are able to extract the energy information from these different, you know, botanicals and nutraceuticals. One of the things that I like most about this is that you're able to get this product anywhere in the world, right? So once you subscribe to the technology, you can use your cell phone, your laptop, or your tablet, and just take the first month, right? Just to try it out for yourself. And then it doesn't matter where you're at in the world, right? So you can use this technology. Once you turn it on, you do not have to worry about, you know, carrying your phone with you or carrying your devices with you. As long as you select those amount of days. So if you go, we recommend like 14 days, 7 to 14 days. If you set it up for 7 to 14 days, guys, you don't have to worry about being close to your devices at all. And you can travel and do whatever you want, and you're still going to get the benefit of this quantum energy. So is there anything you want to add on here before we bring our special guest, Malik?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, yeah, this is definitely a revolutionary product, and I get so much joy every single time I do a spark scan. And I just did one yesterday, matter of fact, and I had some of the things pop up for me that actually helped me with, you know, heart health and things like that, some of the hereditary things that run in my family. And it helps me to prevent myself from having those same things happen to me, it's like breaking generational curses in a way. And I feel so thankful, for Dr. Cook and also for Ron Spence, creating these formulations that are helping us and benefiting us in so many different ways.
Awesome. Thank you for that. This is very powerful. How about you, Karen? Did you want to add anything before we bring in our special guest?
Yes, I had an experience where I took a trip to Seattle a little over a week ago, and when I came home, I redid my Spark, and I didn't say anything about taking a trip, and my jet lag showed up at 92%, and so I kept that running, and the last time I checked it was down to 59, and I thought that was remarkable that things pop up in your custom, the report that you get, that it's like, how did they know about that? I never said anything about asthma or traveling or anything. So that's when you know it's really working.
Absolutely. And I like what Ron Spence said one time. He said that he was jumping into a sauna that had an infrared beam at him. So when he did a Spark scan the next day, it showed that he's been exposed to infrared. I was like blown away. And, I even heard another individual on our team that said that they was drinking, like alcohol one time. And the next day it says something about alcohol intake, right? So I was like, whoa, and then for me, just for the first time when I did my Spark scan, my very first Spark scan, it already detected, or my body detected, that I had asthma, and that came up 98%. So this technology is right on point, guys. So we do not diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases. We simply give your body the energy information to help it put itself back into balance with a groundbreaking technology. So without any further ado, guys, I have the master distributor, Mr. Ron Spence, former CEO of Sanyo Electronics, and he's been with this company for a while now, just for under 2 years, and now is a groundbreaking time for everyone to get involved, because we're like right at the right place at the right time. We're basically the forerunners of this project, and we have so many teams building around the world, and we're just so thankful to have Ron come in and share his knowledge, his wisdom with this technology. So without any further ado, let's bring in Mr. Ron Spence. Come on down, Ron. How are you?
We're doing good, and I hope you can hear me fine.
Yes.
I hear you sound like a DJ in the DJ booth, ready to spit bars.
Good. Well, just to expand the theme of the conversation we've had last week, I've shared this once before, but last week I was under the weather, and that doesn't happen to me often, and it wasn't getting better, and I'm thinking, what is going on here? I'm trying all these different things, and then I thought, well, the worst case scenario or best case scenario, let me go ahead, run a Spark scan, because I had set it for 14 days and forget. And the reason I do 14 days, because I actually do better less than that, but sometimes I'll forget, and I'd rather have it running than not running. Okay. And so I got in and did a Spark scan. I wanted to find out if there's something that I don't know about. Of course, when I say I don't know about, my subconscious innate intelligence knows everything. And so when I turned that on, it right at the very top showed that I was being exposed by electromagnetics, high exposure percentages, 5G radio waves and things. And I'm thinking, wow, how's that happening? But I came to the conclusion, because first of all, doing all the research that I do, I know very much. I know a lot about the exposure of electromagnetics on the human biology, particularly the upcoming 5G and the impact that it has negatively on our health. And I start realizing, oh my gosh, all the things I'm experiencing is exactly what I've been researching on excess of electromagnetic exposure. And so right away, I identified those. I selected them as an offering, one of the products that we have. And within 15 minutes, I could start feeling my body turning around. Within 15 minutes, within the next day, when I woke up the next morning, it was significantly better, and it's got better every day. And for a week, I wasn't making any headway here. And so, you know, when we look at this technology, it's amazing stuff to be able to realize that we have a tool here that allows us to, first of all, using our innate intelligence to identify, you know, specific challenges that we have, and then on top of that, to be able to provide an offering, if you will, a solution. I call it a solution that will help resolve those problems that we have. Now, you know, I always like to start. I don't know what I'm going to say today. Maybe I'm going to be asked a lot of questions that I can answer, but I always like to start with, you know, all the information that I share with you is commentary and opinion, and is protected under free speech laws. Much of this information is based on my personal experiences, as well as my interpretations of current science, and is provided for educational purposes, and is not intended as a substitute for any professional advice of any kind, nor are any of the products or services that we might discuss intended to diagnose, treat, or cure, or prevent any disease. I want to make that clear. You know, Dr. Cook designed this with the understanding that it's to improve our life. Now, I know that in the world that we live, we are so indoctrinated and taught just on everyday life that through conventional medicine, for example, that people get illness and disease. They put labels on this, and then when with these labels, people know what that is, and of course they provide, you know, solutions and things. That isn't what we do at all. Okay, we know that our bodies are really smart, and if we can provide the body with everything it needs, it knows how to heal itself. We don't need to be reminded of stuff, and nor do we need to put labels on anything. Now, in the way Dr. Cook has set this up, is our body uses its innate intelligence to identify energy frequencies that live in the natural world, that are attached to botanicals. We discovered over, you know, hundreds of years, really, that botanicals have a lot of cool information in them that is, you know, there to help balance the body. Now, when you take a physical botanical, you know, we have to go through the standard biochemical process and pathways when you eat something. And what happens with Olympic Arc, we take that biochemical pathway and the biochemicals itself, and we take it to another level. We reduce it to from that physical component to a non-physical component. Because when you break everything down to their lowest creation, what they're made up of, we know that it's not physical. There's nothing at all in our reality that's physical. It's all energy, and everything contains information. So that's the level at which Olympic Arc operates. And Dr. Cook's done this for many years, you know, pushing 40 years, I think. And what happened is he's created another company called Zyto. Zyto is a sister company of ours, and he's used that company to provide healthcare practitioners, tens of thousands of them around the world, devices that help to do similar things that we're doing, except that those devices are very expensive, okay? And they're in the hands of, you know, practitioners who are trained on that. These devices are so expensive that the average guy in the street wouldn't be able to afford to have that and then be trained on it as well. And so Dr. Cook realized that, you know, there's got to be a way that we can provide this cool technology that we're providing these practitioners, because they're getting such good results with their patients. There's got to be a way that we can provide this same stuff, this ability for the average guy in the street at a much, much lower price to get benefit from this. And that's how Olympic Arc was created. And I remember the day that I met with Dr. Cook over a couple years ago. And met more recently. I'd known Dr. Cook for, 15, 20 years, I guess. Before that, on another project. But over the last some years, we met and had this conversation. We had this conversation about, and how it all started, by the way. I took to Dr. Cook. You ever see these these little holographic images. They're on tape. You peel them off and you stick them on your body, and embedded in these little holograms are energy information. Okay, that's their technology, and it could address certain things like pain or energy, all those kind of common things, sleep. And I was fascinated by that. I knew there was several companies out there that were doing things like that, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we could develop something like that and embed in that chip the energy signature of cannabis or CBD oil? And so that was my intent. So the only person that I knew who may be able to do that I knew personally was Dr. Cook. So I knocked on his door, called him up, and we hadn't talked and seen each other for a couple of years, or more than that, quite a few years. And he invited me down, and we had that conversation. So at the end of that conversation, when I presented what I'd like for him to do for me, he said, well, Ron, why would you want to do that? And I says, well, obviously, let's put an energy signature of cannabis on a chip, a little pill off thing you can stick on your body and get the benefit of that energy information. And he said, well, we can do a lot better than that. And I said, well, share with me what you can do. And that's how he started talking to me about Limbic Arc and the concept there. And the reason why he hasn't done this is because he didn't know how to do the way to the distribution channel. He didn't know how to do the distribution channel. Everything else he knew how to do. And I thought, well, geez, maybe what we should do is just sit down and create something new and provide a new experience for people, and expand and provide them not just cannabis or CBD, but a whole plethora of vitamins and minerals and enzymes, probiotics, amino acids, imponderables, which are homeopathy in solutions, and emotional solutions. All these things that typically aren't available out there. In fact, some of our favorite things that you really can't buy or see in a formula, even in the nutraceutical world, are things like, oxygen and ozone and hydrogen peroxide. These are reason why those kind of gases exist is they're actually beneficial in the body. Our body produces at cellular level hydrogen peroxide, and when it doesn't have enough of it, it doesn't do well. Obviously, we have to have oxygen to live, right? And then we look at ozone, which has 3 atoms of oxygen versus oxygen being 1. And so all these things are good things if we could provide that energy information to the body. And but you can't do that through any standard means. You can't go to the health food store and buy something with those things in it, okay, and have value. And so as we look at all the advantages here, we think, well, and by the way, when we first started out, we actually in our library, so that, right in the beginning, we had cannabis and we had CBD oil. We even had cannabis and CBD oil with THC in it, okay? And after we got going with our financial institutions, they reminded us that they could not, they didn't allow us to do that because there was a federal law and we had to abide by that federal law. So that's the reason why it's not there. But we know in the near future we'll be able to solve that problem, okay? And because I think it's great. Those are great botanicals, okay? And I have some great stories surrounding the use of those botanicals. So when
Ron, yeah, really quick. Like how you were saying that there you can't go to the health food store and purchase ozone or purchase oxygen or hydrogen peroxide. How do they extract the energy from these items like oxygen and hydrogen peroxide? How do they get this? Or
well, it's the same way that they would do out of any botanical. If you took say rosehip, which is a concentrated high density form of vitamin C. Okay, Dr. Cook has a proprietary process whereby he attaches the energy signature of the botanical or the oxygen or the thing, whatever, to an alphanumeric formula, and which is very unique. And so that's the part that he puts in the cloud in the library, and our innate intelligence, because we know, for example, when our innate intelligence looks at that, our subconscious, it knows that that particular alphanumeric formula represents rose hip, vitamin C, or ozone, or oxygen, or whatever it might be. Okay, and it's because, see, he's learned, and you don't see any of these applications anywhere out in the marketplace that incorporates the conscious subconscious connection, and that's the ability of we're taking conscious action here, but we're interfacing with the subconscious, and the subconscious. That's why Dr. Cook always says you're much smarter than you know. Well, the reason why you're much smarter than you know, because our subconscious is like millions of times, or hundreds of thousands of times more smarter, if you will, than our conscious. And the reason why the name Limbic Arc, that's a strange name, isn't it? When Dr. Cook first came up with that name, Limbic, I remember, I'm trying to remember what happened. I was having a meeting with him and his legal counsel, and the CFO, or his president. So I'm sitting there at a table, and we initially start realizing, okay, as we get further along here, we need to have a name here, okay? And we came up with a whole bunch of different names. And I remember sitting at the table, and the legal counsel was seeing this, trying to see if that name was already taken. And we'd gone through a process of that a number of times. And then I remember the meeting finished, and we met every week, okay? And so I left, and I remember I had to go somewhere. it was a week I was going to be gone. Or maybe it was either I or Dr. Cook, I can't remember. One of us was gone. And the next time, no, it was me, because when the next time we came back, they had already attached a name to it called Limbic Arc. And I thought, Limbic Arc, what a bad name. And I remember telling them, I said, oh man, I don't like that name at all. Well, but it made sense to me when I start realizing the wisdom behind that name. The wisdom behind that name has to do with the limbic system. And I should know, because I was trained as a hypnotherapist. And the limbic system is a very important component of how the consciousness and subconsciousness communicate. I look at the limbic system, the Limbic Arc, if you will, as this gatekeeper guy that he's the guy that manages the information between conscious and subconscious. And the reason why you have to have this guy is because the subconscious can overwhelm the consciousness. If you dumped all the subconscious information into our brain to the consciousness, it just overwhelmed, couldn't handle it, you see. So the limbic system is this quarterback. It's the quarterback of our innate intelligence. And it pulls across the things that it needs for the consciousness to process. When it crosses over the limbic system, the reason why they say it's the arc, limbic arc, is it arcs. It's a spark, okay, that arcs from the subconscious to the conscious, and vice versa, okay. Most of the time, it's coming from the subconscious to the conscious. Once it arrives at our conscious level, it becomes real to the body, to our energy system. That's when that handshake completes. Just like on the biochemical level, where when we receive biochemicals through the receptors into the cell, at the point the biochemicals actually reach through the receptor to the cell, that's the handshake. That's the biochemical handshake. At our end, we're using the subconscious over the limbic arc, or the limbic system, to the conscious. That's when the handshake takes place, and we get similar results. And the way you have to wrap your head around this is to realize that our bodies are made to harvest information. So see, when I look at this and I see the standard biochemical processes and pathways of how we eat food, how we digest them, how they're processed, how they handshake at the cellular level, that's all the physical biochemical world we live in. And that biochemical world we live in has a lot of issues now because of the day and age that we live in. There's a lot of things that can block that handshake. And that's the reason why I've always thought what we have here informationally is far superior than the biochemical side, because we don't have those blocks. There's nothing physical that's going to block our energy handshakes. And so that's the reason why I believe, and I have so many stories of people having and getting results doing something with our energy signatures, okay, where they weren't able to accomplish that using food and supplements. And it's because, I believe it's because it's the handshake. It's the ability of our body to absorb information into our field, and it brings it back into balance. So at the end of the day, when we are dealing with information, we're dealing with information at the lowest common denominator of how we process our physical reality, which, by the way, isn't physical, just like we are not physical. So we are communicating at that level. And that's the reason why we have such good results.
So is it safe to say that everything created has an energy fingerprint, an energy signature?
It does everything. Even if you're walking outside and you reach down, you picked up a pebble. That pebble, when broken down to its lowest common denominator, it's the same stuff. It's energy information. Okay.
So leaves, rocks, water,
Yep.
everything has
even concepts, even thoughts. And that's the reason why, as we evolve into the future with Olympic Arc, one of the directions that we're going is to address the emotional impact of our reality and our health. It's a major impact. It may be more substantial than in the biochemical side of life. Okay. And so you have to understand it. Every time we think a thought, we create an energy field, which is one of the spokes on the wagon wheel going to 0 point. Okay. And it's created because our thoughts is part of our intelligent makeup that interfaces with the quantum world, and the quantum world has to obey intelligence. There's the way the creator set up existence, that the quantum world has to obey intelligent thought. So as we emote and we think, the quantum world looks at that and says, oh, this intelligence over here has a thought process that says, I'm a victim. I'm poor me, woe is me. And the quantum world says, oh, okay, our job in the quantum world here is to provide intelligence what it wants. Well, this guy over here loves this victim life. Okay, let's give him more of the same. That's how quantum physics works. Okay, on the conversely of that, this person thinks that they're a king and they've got all these riches and they get everything they need, even though they may not be. So the quantum world looks at that thought process, that intelligence, says, this guy thinks he's really rich and wealthy and happy, and let's make sure he gets that reality. So from an emotional standpoint, we have something here that's amazing. Now, what Dr. Cook did, I call this the training wheels of quantum physics, okay? Because what Dr. Cook's learned how to do is allow the average guy in the street to bridge the gap between what appears to be our physical reality and participate in the quantum world much more effectively to get the results that we want, so that we can improve our quality of life.
And that's the bottom line right there. Improve your quality of life, guys. Wow, that's powerful. Looks like Malik, you have something to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Ron. So I did a spark scan with someone yesterday from Canada, and he had a pretty good question for me. So something popped up on the radar for him at like 96%. Let's just say that it was like 96% vitamin C or something like that, right? Would that mean that he was actually deficient in vitamin C? Because he said that if he was, he doesn't feel like he would be able to be like agile or moving or anything else. So can you explain what the percentages mean, and if it means deficiency, or like how do we gauge that?
Well, you know, I'm going to take an educated guess as to, because there's a number of things that could be playing out. Okay, if someone shows that they're a high percentage of a vitamin, let's say vitamin C, because that's a very common one. The most likely thing that's happening is that person's either not getting vitamin C in their diet or their food, or maybe in supplement form, or their body's not being able to process it. Okay, and a real good example that I can provide, by the way, and it might be just a temporary thing, or it might be it is not temporary and it's moving in that direction, and therefore this is a good time to catch that, so that now we provide the info. Because at the end of the day, the body is looking for the information on everything that needs to be healthy and strong, which are all your amino acids, your vitamins, minerals, trace minerals. Okay, and so those are the things; those are the building blocks. So if it looks like it's saying we're deficient in something. I need more of this kind of stuff. Your innate intelligence through the spark scan is actually showing you that. Okay. Now, Dr. Cook, one of the examples that early on when I met with him some years back, he was sharing with me a young lady that came into his clinic. She was clinically diagnosed with scurvy. Well, that's an easy thing to solve. Hey, let's give you some vitamin C, suck on some lemons or do whatever. Okay. And that's how, but remember back in the day before my time, when sailors sailed the sea with, the big sailboats, okay, the schooners and everything, they were out at sea for a long time. And everybody was getting sick, and they didn't realize back then that they're deficient in vitamin C. And then some doctor discovered this, and they discovered, hey, then we'll send limes when we go out to sea. We have to, give them limes. Well, and that solved the problem, and that's how a lot of the English got nicknamed the limeys. Okay. But in any event, Dr. Cook was sharing this story about this young lady, and she had all the symptoms of vitamin C, even though when he looked at her diet and taking supplements, she was taking vitamin C supplements, she's eating vitamin C food, yet she still had symptoms until he gave her the energy signature, the information associated with vitamin C, and her symptoms went away. Now, what I drew the dots that I connect there are that her pathway somewhere must be blocked. And there's a whole bunch of things that can block our pathways. Okay, there's all these toxins, there's pharmaceutical drugs, there are electromagnetics, there's a number of things can interfere with that process. But yet those are physical things. And now with energy information, there's nothing physical that can block that, and that solves the problem. So the body finally gets what it wants informationally to bring it back into balance.
Okay, awesome. Great question. I think we have Karen. Karen has a question. Go ahead, Karen.
Can't hear you. Turn on your
Karen.
Turn on your mic.
That better?
Yes.
Okay. I have a story to share related to vitamin D3 because I've had blood tests for years and I always show a pretty severe deficiency. And I've fallen a few times in the past, and this last year even. In the past, every time I fell, I broke bones. And, I'm classified as having osteopenia. I think I fell 3 times in the past year, and I have not broken any bones. And getting the energy information that I've been receiving since I'm using Limbic Arc, the score for what my body's requesting keeps going down and down and down. So I can relate.
Yeah, and that's a really good example how it works, and that's my interpretation of how things work, because I've used it now twice, maybe 3 times, on reducing my electromagnetic exposures. These are things you don't see that happen to you in your life because of things are going on. And like it says, electromagnetic exposure, if unresolved, will cause you very strange problems with your health. And these are things that people and docs can't put a finger on. They just realize, oh, these having these problems, and they're focusing on a totally different thing that may or may not fix it. But yet here, at the end of the day, all it is you have electromagnetic exposure that's manifesting these kind of symptoms, okay? And by the way, Karen, I think you should demonstrate for everybody right now. I think you should fall, and let's see if you don't break any bones.
No, that's okay. I fell last week and got a concussion. I don't want to do that again. But I didn't break anything. And also, years ago, when I fell 16 feet off of a ladder when I had this big home, and I was using Roundup and all kinds of things in this huge backyard. And I broke 6 ribs in my wrist and an arm and had to be air vac to a hospital. So I'm really glad to be on this Limbic Arc technology.
That was before the info boost, you guys.
Exactly.
Right. Wow, this is so powerful. I'm glad that I took, the chance and the leap of faith to try this technology out. Just from that alone, it helps so many people around the world get benefits, get some relief, and they're able to put their bodies back into balance and help their families out. So if you guys are seeing this information for the first time, and you really want to take a faith leap like I did, like these gentlemen here as well, and this lady here as well, then get with the person who invited you guys and get yourself your spark scan, see what your body is craving for, set your account up, try it for 30 days. It's only $100. You know, you probably spend that every day anyway on a cup of coffee, right? That's right, $3 and some change. So go ahead and grab yourself a Limbic Arc application, get set up, you know, try out the Spark Scan. If you need one of our assistants to help you guys walk you through it, we're always available like Circle K, okay? So if you guys are ready to get things going, go ahead and press the button, click your way to Quantum Wellness, guys. And I appreciate you guys joining us. See you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace and blessings.
You bet.
Peace and blessings.
Quantum.
Thank you, Ron.